Whispers Beneath the Banyan, Part 3, The Night of Ashes. The rains did not relent. For 3 nights, the Singh estate drowned beneath a sky that bled thunder. The banyan loomed over the grounds like a god of roots and shadow, its branches spreading further than before, dripping with black rainwater. Beneath it, whispers never ceased, murmurs of the forgotten dead, rising louder with each storm. Arjun Singh had not slept. His eyes were hollow, his clothes soaked through, and still he walked the corridors of the estate, candle in hand, chasing voices. Sometimes they were his mother's, sometimes his grandfather's, but always they led him back to the banyan's direction, as though the tree itself had grown veins into the walls. Daniel, the old servant, refused to enter the western wing anymore. "That is where the roots grow," he muttered, clutching his rosary beads. And indeed, roots had pierced through plaster and brick, curling into bedchambers like skeletal arms. In one room, Arjun found a cradle split apart by a thick root, and within it, scraps of fabric soaked in mud. He swore he saw a child's hand for a heartbeat before it crumbled into soil. By the 4th evening, the villagers abandoned the estate's outskirts. Torches lit their departure. No one dared stay when the stories of the Churel grew flesh again. They said she was once a woman betrayed by the Singhs 2 centuries before, forced to die in childbirth, left unburied beneath the banyan. Her spirit had clawed upward, cursed to remain hungry, her backward feet leaving tracks in the mud. It was after midnight when Arjun heard the singing, faint, lilting, like a lullaby remembered wrong. He followed it through the gallery of portraits, where ancestral faces seemed to twitch in the lightning. The sound led him downward into the cellar, where the earth was soaked and roots glistened like entrails. There, beneath a fallen beam, he found Subdued. The missing made her body half buried in soil, lips moving without sound. Mud poured from her mouth like breath. Her eyes rolled white as her hands clawed toward him. The whisper came then, inside his skull rather than his ears. "Come deeper." He fled, stumbling back into the storm, clutching the Singh family journal he had discovered days earlier. Its pages, brittle and ink-stained, revealed the truth his bloodline had buried. His great-grandfather had made a Pacton offering of life beneath the banyan in exchange for prosperity under British rule. A woman, unnamed, had been given. Her blood sealed the estate's fortune, and now she wanted it back. When Arjun returned to the banyan, lightning split the sky. Its roots pulsed with wet light, veins alive, and within them the shape of a woman moved. Her sari clung to her wasted frame, her hair writhed, and her face, pale and cracked, broke into a grin of blackened teeth. "You are mine," she said, without moving her lips. Arjun raised the journal. "I will burn it. Pry will end this," she laughed, a sound like splintering wood. "Burning paper will not unmake blood." Her backward feet pressed into the mud, each step pulling her closer. Though she did not walk, she glided, as if the storm carried her. Roots coiled around Arjun's ankles. He dropped the candle and seized the lantern from the porch. He had one thought, desperate and wild: fire. He smashed the lantern against the roots. Flames spread, licking upward, devouring bark and wood. The banyan groaned, as if the earth itself had been wounded. The churel screamed, her form unraveling into smoke, into rain. But roots are older than fire. Even as they burned, they tightened, dragging him closer. Mud swallowed his feet, his knees. He thrust the burning journal into the hollow of the tree, where bones were stacked like kindling. The paper ignited, pages curling in red. A column of smoke erupted, and the face of the churel twisted in rage, her features scattering into the night like ash. The storm broke in an instant. Rain ceased. Silence fell. Arjun collapsed in the mud, coughing black soot. When he awoke at dawn, the banyan was nothing but a blackened skeleton. The estate stood quiet, its corridors no longer alive with whispers. Villagers returned cautiously, some saying the curse was ended, others saying curses never die, they only sleep. That night, Arjun sat alone in the ruined drawing room. He thought he was free, until he saw the roots, thin and pale, snaking again through the cracks in the wall. They pulsed faintly, like veins. From the shadows, a lullaby began, soft, patient. The banyan would grow again, and the churel was waiting.